Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Vampire Survivors. It is by Punkle. Punkle. That's what I'll say. And it is in early access on Steam, currently $3 US. If you haven't seen this game by now, I'm going to have to say you've probably been living under some sort of rock because it's certainly made the rounds on the old streaming services. So I'm certainly not the first one to come upon it, but it has been on my list for a while. So I, figured I'd come take a look at it. I've played a bit of it already, so I am familiar coming in to what's going on. I've played a few rounds, and it's a reverse. I get a reverse bullet hell, I suppose is the best way I can describe it. Certainly pixel art, top down, where all the enemies come running at you, and you just have to run around and survive and collect experience points and level up and power yourself up. The interesting, I guess, conundrum of this is that you don't have control of your weapons. You can control what power-ups you get, but you can't control when the weapons fire or anything like that. It all comes down to RNG and finding the right stuff, and basically all you can do is move around, WASD, and that's about it. And then select which power-ups you want. So that is where we're at. And then, of course, it's got like a roguelike element to it, so where you can go in here, you get money at the end of each round, and you can come in here and start to level yourself up. I've got a point in might, so it raises my damage by 5%. I've got one in duration, so my weapons effects stay a little bit longer. Magnet pulls XP and stuff to me from a greater range. Greed is supposed to give me more coins per round. I can then spend those coins in here, which works to varying degrees. It really feels like it feels like you're supposed to pump greed all the way up to the 50% max. But honestly, the coins are so few and far between, it doesn't seem like it actually helps. So I've kind of spread out stuff a little bit. We do have enough, perhaps, for maybe health. That's 280. Now, I guess we don't have enough for really anything, do we? Most of this base level stuff is quite expensive. So yeah, I guess that's about all you can do. You can refund your power-ups and select different ones based on what you got, you know what I mean? So it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. You can change around what you're doing. But let's we'll pop in here, and we have characters to select. You only start out with one character, and then the other ones you have to unlock with coins, again, that you use. I think this one was like 10 coins. This one was, I think, 100, and this one is 600, as you can see. I don't have I haven't unlocked them yet. And they all work a little bit differently. Antonio's got kind of your classic vampire hunter, with his whip and everything. Imelda is more magic, sort of. Is like a magic wand user. I used to start out with a magic wand. Pasqualina starts out with this weird, I forget what they call it. It's like a rune gun that the rune fires out and bounces off the edges of the screen a little bit. So they all have like some sort of finesse to them, and you can see they all have different things that happen per like 5 or 10 levels. So we'll start with Antonio. He's the one that seemed to do the most damage because he gains 10% more damage every 10 levels up to a max of 50%. We'll do that, and we'll give the game a half an hour, which for me will probably be about 2 runs, and we'll start that right now, my friends. So let's confirm. Start. And you see we start with the simple whip mechanic. Again, I don't have control over it. The whip I do have some limited control over. It always whips out the way I'm facing. When I get level 2 or 3 of the whip, I forget which one it is, I get 2 whips and they go out on either direction, so then I don't have to worry so much about which way I'm facing. Alright, so we leveled up. Let's get the magic wand that will fire off at the nearest enemy, regardless of what direction. That's good. That'll give us a little more area to deal with here. And you see I have to pick up these blue gems. These are all XP. Fire wand. Now, as far as I know, the different weapons and stuff don't seem to have any difference as far as like what kind. Like they might have a difference in damage, maybe, but they don't have like elemental effects, right? Like you would think, for instance, like there are plant things that will come after you on this level. You would think that like the fireballs would be better against them, but it doesn't seem like, in practice, it doesn't seem like that's the case. It just seems like it's just a different type of damage. And at the end of each round, it'll tell you how much DPS you were doing with each one of your weapons. Now that blue bat there, I want to try to kill because, yeah, it has a chance of either dropping a treasure box or a red gem, which has a ton of XP in it. Let's see what we get out of here. In fact, this one actually seems like it dropped both a treasure box and a red gem. I saw one there. We got another upgrade to our wand, which will be fireballs. One more projectile. Okay. And it's not always guaranteed what it's going to be. Like the next level could be an additional projectile, or it could be just a faster cooldown on it. You know, those kinds of things. King Bible. We definitely want that. This one is really good because anything, a game like this, anything that just orbits around your character is probably a good thing. Now, in its earliest phase here, it's very short-lived. Let's get one more projectile on our whip. Now you can see it's going out of both sides. But once you power up, if you get the opportunity to power up the Bible, it is very helpful for crowd control. Put it that way. Because it also has a little bit of a knockback to it as well. So it not only does it damage enemies, but it gives it a little bit of a knockback. Ooh. Don't really need that fire up there. Okay, one more projectile for the Bible. And the trick here is to clear out a whole bunch of enemies and then draw them away so that you can then go in and collect the orbs, the XP orbs. So it feels like out of the like permanent unlocks, like the magnet seems like the first one everybody would want. Here's Rune Tracer. That's what the one character has right out of the gates. But we're gonna do additional 10 damage on our fire wand. The Rune Tracer is not really that great. It fires out randomly. And it does a lot of damage, but it just kind of, it's, if you're lucky enough that it hits something, then it's great, but, you know, when there's not a lot of stuff on the screen, it's not going to do a whole lot for you. I say that, and I've now just offended people who use Pasquale as their main. Weapons cooldown. Reduce weapons cooldown by 8%, or raise inflicted damage by 10%. Do cooldown. Get our stuff out faster, particularly the Bibles. Because you can see up in the top left there the weapons that I have, and you can see what kind of, you know, they all have a cooldown associated with them. Now, I don't think it shows the actual cooldown on them, but you can see that they don't fire immediately. Alright, all cooldowns reduced by 8%. Let's do that. Should have the effect of firing more often. If I've read that correctly, it looks like it has that effect. But, you know, there are others who have played this game much longer already than I have, and so I'm sure I'm misinterpreting a lot of things. Also, the game is in early access, so it's still, you know, still cooking in the oven. Even having said that, though, I have not experienced any problems, or any bugs, or anything like that. So, good on the devs. And as far as I know, from others that I've seen playing the game, I believe each run is a half an hour, and then a hugely overpowered boss comes out and basically murders you immediately. So you're wondering about that. I have not gotten that far. It's reduced. I guess we'll make our whip even more whippier. Sure. See, I am getting red numbers on those things, which seems to suggest that I'm getting like criticals with the fireballs, but I don't know if that's really the case or not. It doesn't seem to do much if that is the case. Or if it's just the numbers are red just because it came from a fireball. I don't know. What did we get here? More upgrade for our fire weapon? Fire wand? Yep, base damage up by 10, base speed up by 20%. Okay. We're getting stronger. Get more damage on our whip. More damage, I say. More damage. You'll see very quickly, probably around the 13-minute mark, we'll start to really get surrounded by enemies. Try not to collect that chicken on the ground so I save it for when I need it, eventually. There. Coin. Grab some of this key here. Great. Also, standing still helps a little bit because it kind of forces the enemies to sort of gather together. Looks like they're using like a normal, like a regular blocking algorithm. Or they just kind of just move directly towards you from wherever they are spawned. And so if you just kind of maneuver yourself, if you stand still and then kind of maneuver yourself a little bit, you can get them sort of to gang up in one particular area. It also helps to sort of kill a whole bunch of them in an area. You can then kind of move them away from that area and move yourself down there to try to collect the spoils. Kind of, sort of, but you get to this point where it's like there's so many on screen. Trying to do that is a chore. Go. That's for here now. Oh, I got a magnet which is drawing them all towards me. Sweet. Yeah, let's get base damage up by 10 on our fire wand. Nice. You reduced the magic wand cooldown. Fantastic. All cooldowns reduced by 8%. Do it. Do it to it. Oop. Time slow down. Give me a chance to walk through the crowd here a little bit. On the other side of them. Damage there. I need to go find that turkey I left on the ground. And then need it for half health. Hopefully it's still there. I can find it. I don't know where it's at. I get this closing in on us again. Okay, taking the damage. Not good. Had just a coin in it. That's not helpful. Ah, this guy got me. Sometimes it's hard to tell what their hitbox is, because it looked like to me like I could slip behind him, but that was not the case. That was not the case at all. Alright, find a vacuum. Oh yeah, that was the thing that sucked up all the coins. There you go. You can see, you know, I was doing 37.2 DPS with the fire wands. You can see what kind of damage, how long we had it for, and all that stuff. So gives you some basic stats and things. So let's see, what should we power up now? What's the next one for magnet? 840. Greed is 560. Growth. Movement speed. I feel like speed and movement speed aren't really that good compared to everything else. Like duration seems a lot better. Same with like recovery and max health and things. Just don't seem like they're that good. I mean, cooldown might be really, really good. But and luck as well. It just kind of seems like a throw that one in there. All right, let's refund our power-ups and let's see. Let's do one for greed. Duration. Magnet. I still can only do one for magnet. Huh? Max health, recovery. I don't think recovery actually is going to help. Projectiles move 10% faster per rank. I mean, I could try that and see if it... actually, area. I think area is better. We'll do that. One in that. And I guess one in might, because we have nothing else to put in. Alright. Go start. Oh, looks like I've got another... dude I could unlock here if I had the money for it. Let's take a different character. Let's take Pasqualina. And you can see what some different characters look like here. Certainly the more finicky of the characters, at least starting out anyway. Again, I can't control where her thing goes. Let's Bible out though. A little more control about them close up. So you can see where some characters take some more finesse than others. Let's take the cross. Works like a boomerang. There we go. And with this character, it's very important that I grab all those XPs because we need to. The enemies are going to level up faster than I level up. Let's put it that way. I think the enemies are based on how much time. I mean, they might be somewhat based on your level as well, but I think they're mostly based on how much time has elapsed. And also your character. Different characters get different starting enemies. It looks like. Get another rune tracer. There we go. Power it up a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, we got two overwhelmed there. Let's try. I don't think I didn't have enough money for much of anything there. Try Imelda. Is our magic wand user. Now the magic wand bullets always attack the closest, so a little bit more predictable where things are going to be. Well, they're almost always supposed to attack the closest. One more projectile from the magic wand. Sure. Even like the name of the game, it really is like level up as fast as you possibly can. Which means basically get your magnet maxed out. Do as much circular AoE damage as you can do. Speaking of, let's take garlic here. And just kind of... And then that way you can always, like, whenever you're surrounded, you can always sort of get out of jams. Out of traffic jams, that is. Garlic is working pretty well. Okay. So good. There's the box that got dropped over there. I guess we'll do armor. I don't usually do armor. I feel like it couldn't possibly make that much of a difference. But try it. If there wasn't anything else that was pretty good there. Oh, we got another thing of armor then. What does this do? Just an additional reduction in armor. Okay. Reduction in damage incoming. Okay. Increase the base area of garlic by 40% and the damage up by 2. Yep, we'll do that. Sounds good to me. The area of effect increasing. And just stand here a little bit. I guess we'll do one more armor, eh? Watch it prove me wrong here and armor be like the best thing ever. I've always avoided it. Magic wand, cooldown reduced. Yeah. I mean, this is ideal, right? You don't want to have to be moving that much, because then your magnet, whoops, works. Oh, now I got skellies. And these trees I can't pass through. Health back. Just when I was starting to have an easy time of it, the game's like, alright, have harder enemies. Let's power up the garlic a little bit more. There we go. A little bit of damage there. I'm letting them get in a little too close here. Fire wand, I guess. There we go. Grab all this delicious stuff. 8% more experience, maybe. There's so much to collect here. Another one I'm not entirely sure about. I've tried that a couple times and sort of works, sort of doesn't. It's starting to come in now. Another 8% on XP. Or base damage up by 10. Let's do base damage up by 10 on the fire. Okay. Go. Some health though. The game would be so kind as to give me some ground turkey. Guess the Bible. Add to my circular damage. The garlic. The garlic doesn't have a lot of knockback, but the Bible does, so it's kind of helping a little bit. Also, apparently there is a box on the ground for me to collect. See the arrow there? And get to it. We'll clear it out here. Nice. Go, treasure found. Power up to our fire wand. What will it be? Base damage up by 10, base speed up by 20%. Okay. Damage there. Not great. Seem to be returning here a bit. Some XP. Let's bump up our magic wand. Another projectile. Seems like a good idea. Okay. Key down there if I can just throw these guys away from there for a minute. Go far enough out. If there's one more projectile for that, that's good. If there's there was not a try to go to these torches to see if I can get some health. There we go, there's some health. Oh, and chests. It has streamer-friendly music as well, which is what I've got turned on right now. So that's always good. Damage up by 10 on our wand again. Cool. All this XP lying on the ground. Delicious, delicious XP. Okay. Here. There's some more health. That's boom. Base damage up on the fire wand. I think getting more XP at this point is not as good an idea as just being able to kill things. Kill things quickly. Okay. These enough to break the circle. down the circle that way. Lots of damage though. Not good. Oh, there we go. Magnet. This is what I needed. Character picks up items from further away. Yes. Do that. Please and thank you. Holy crap, now they're really coming in. Got a whole horde of them. Let's do, yes, freeze enemies. If I can walk by the frozen ones. Try to get out of tight jams here. Which we're getting a bunch. Let's get another magic wand. Projectile. Okay. Get more armor, I guess. Go wherever my freeze ray goes. Pass through one more enemy with a magic wand. I need health. Big time. Over to this torch over here if I can. Or not. They're just pushing me off and away from it. Back down below here. Go. Need health. My health game. I need it. I needs it. Put more in here. Yep, upgrade the Bible. Oh god, this is too much. Too much. Yeah. 13 minutes. Yep, that was the kicker there, my friends. That was the kicker. All right, but I think you've got a total of 3,000 skeletons. Another achievement. Magic wand to level 7. And reach level 20 in Mad Forest, finally. There we go. Cool. We did it. I wonder if that unlocked a different area. No, it doesn't look like it. There is another map that you can unlock. I'm not sure when that happens, but you can see now, we can now power ourselves up even more, theoretically. Although, again, only 338 coins. It's very, very... Like, the game really wants you to grind a lot. Which I guess, for a game being as relatively simple a concept it is, I guess that's the only thing it's got going for it, is the grind. But, yeah, no. Other than that, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I can see why others enjoy this quite a bit, too. But this, my friends, has been Vampire Survivors. It is by Punkle, and it is in early access on Steam right now for $3 US. You can't go wrong for that price and for what you're getting here. As always, I will leave links down in the description. You can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.